Looking at these fluctuations in numbers as we plan forward, more so that it's just within this short span, we've seen changes like the exchange rate. We were looking at the exchange rate of 1,600 to a dollar, or like a 1,400 to a dollar for the projection for 2025. But as of yesterday, at the close of transaction, we are saying trading between 1,600 to 1,700. Yes, with all of this, would you agree with me, or what's your take in the aspect of government trying to ensure stability in all of these sectors, from oil production to the price of crude? Though Nigeria has no control over this, it's a global thing. What do you think can be done to ensure this stability so that these projections might be very close to reality as we're talking?
Yeah, so issues around destabilization have become a sing-song, I could say. Yeah, it's a lot that had been happening within that space, and somehow let me give kudos to the work that the Presidential Committee on Fiscal Reforms and Tax Policies are doing. They have proposed, they have come up with some ground-shaking, transformative proposals. I am careful to use that word because what they are proposing and submitting for approval or in the form of bills and other policies to the National Assembly is going to do a total overhaul and ground shaking within our fiscal landscape in Nigeria. But that's still a probability. As at this time, we know that there are several oppositions to those proposals, and of course, their sentiments valid to the extent at which they think it is. But if that happens in the positive, we are looking for, I believe that some of the proposals are going to help in putting some level of stability, especially within what happens with data. And all these differences are just some loopholes that is within the revenue management and administration of our tax system within the country. Different institutions managing different things from different angles, and there are no coherence. And so most times we see that amounts to some level of conflict in administration, which causes loopholes, and sometimes we blame it on corruption. But where you don't have a proper plan that puts everything in a streamlined means of administration, such must happen, is inevitable. So I'm also going to mention, though the MTEF document is also statutory, I believe, but I would have thought that the Ministry of Finance and Budget would have liaised with these committees, seeing the extent of work they are doing, proposing some transformative changes within the fiscal landscape to see how the alignments can happen within what the MTF is going to be proposing and what the committee itself is coming up, hoping that if those bills are passed, that they will take effect anytime within the very first quarter of 2025. And my concern will be, or anybody's concern will be, what alignment is going to happen within those proposals and the content of the bills when they turn into law, and what we have within the MTEF and FSP document right now.